going on, everyone? Marissa here, and you're watching the third episode of Bloodlines. We've got the co-founder of Suicide Girls, Missy Suicide. Missy, thank you so much for taking the time to Skype with us here in New York City from LA.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And so a brief backstory on Suicide Girls for those watching who aren't familiar. Missy is the co-founder of the publication, which launched in 2001, and since then the concept of Suicide Girls has always been to promote female confidence and beauty that doesn't adhere to what mainstream media deems as beautiful. And I often stumble upon many closed-minded comments on social media, especially when I view posts featuring tattooed models. What kind of misconceptions, if any, were there about Suicide Girls when it launched, and when did you begin to notice that your idea was becoming accepted and supported in the world of photography and modeling?
Well, the world was much different 17 years ago when we started. It was, the internet was a place for murderers and perverts. It wasn't a place where people really understood the concept of social media or connecting online. It was before MySpace or Friendster or Facebook or Twitter, Tumblr, or anything. And so people were not very into sharing their personal details online. The tattooed models, I was really inspired by Bunny Yeager's photos of Betty Page. And there was just something so beautiful about the female gaze and how natural and lovely, with the respect that her photos gave to Betty Page. And so I wanted to treat the girls that I knew, the girls with piercings, tattoos, crazy colored hair, with the same sort of reverence. And back in 2001, if a girl with tattoos or piercings was photographed, it was typically against like a white background with like super harsh light, and it was done in usually some sort of a fetish or bondage sort of scenario, and so I wanted to treat the girls that I knew and have their images, have them waking up or have them in the state that they felt most beautiful and natural. And so that's what that was our mission when we started. And I feel like it's finally starting to be accepted 17 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Because, going back to saying, when I was reading those comments, I'm like, wow, we've been really progressive over the years. And then to just hear this coming back, like this talk about, oh, well, tattoos just look so ugly. And I'm like, I really want to sit down with, with the person, the source, and, get that information from them. And I guess I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like tattooed girls, it's like, there's so many people that have tattoos now. It's become so much more popular. Like, everybody that I know has a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Including my grandpa.
Yeah, even people in the workplace. Here in New York City, it's not suit and tie anymore. People go in and they go in pretty casually with, with tattoos, visible tattoos. So, it definitely is being a lot more accepted now, and people being accepted for themselves.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. It's taken quite a long time, but hopefully it will continue to be accepted, and people will not leave rude comments.
No, for sure.
Remember, we did a promo with Playboy where they published one of our photo sets, just as like, hey, check out the Suicide Girls, they're whatever, and like all of the comments were like, she's a beautiful girl. What did she do to herself? She's ruined herself. And it was like, oh my God.
Give it a break, right? So I guess moving into my next question, the Suicide Girls website is actually one of the first social networking platforms that hit the internet as it was emerging. And was there ever a discussion about Suicide Girls becoming a printed magazine, or did you want it to mean?
Was a discussion about it becoming a printed magazine. We got pretty far with the publishing company, and I had a dispute with the publishers over, so we got pulled.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It was just one of those things that, that they wanted, I mean, I think I can probably say now, but it was Terry Richardson. They wanted to shoot the cover, and I was like, "That's, you guys don't understand anything about Suicide Girls." So
right, okay. I hear that. Now that makes sense.
yeah.
And so I know that when Suicide Girls started, you were doing a majority of the photography. I know that you went to school, started the photo shoots. So what is the extent of photo retouching for Suicide Girls photo shoots compared to, say, like magazines like Playboy, Maxim, Hustler? I mean, whose photos seem to be like heavily retouched and photoshopped.
It's dramatically light. One of our photographers is like a photo retoucher for. He works on like celebrity photos or whatnot, and like he showed me like a raw image versus like the when he's done with it, and I was like, oh my god,
it's like no, don't do that.
Yeah, it's like that's just crazy. The difference, but it's so the images on Suicide Girls are not anywhere near as photoshopped.
Right.
They're about the girls being natural, and
yeah, that's a really good thing.
If you go to the burlesque show, I think we're coming to New York in
March 31st, I believe.
March 31st. Yeah, so if you come to the burlesque show, you'll see like all of the girls are beautiful and diverse, and like they are proud of their bodies, and like if they're not, perfectly, cut out cookie cutter, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're so confident and comfortable with themselves and with what they can do with their bodies, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think that's why Suicide Girls following is, I think it's like about 51% female, 48% male around. I think those are the statistics, and I think it's a great platform to women who are so tired of seeing like this like cookie cutter image of what women should look like on screen. And it's like, what, I look like that girl, so that they think to pursue modeling in any form.
I mean, I get emails and people that come up to me at the shows from around the world, emails from around the world, and people that come up to me at the shows and they say, I didn't really feel beautiful until I saw the girls on Suicide Girls, and there was a girl that looked like me, and she was confident and comfortable, and felt beautiful and was being celebrated. It made me more confident and comfortable with who I am.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so, with over like 3,000 Suicide Girls awarded, how do you map out photo shoots, and how often do they occur? Like, do the girls contribute their own ideas to the theme of their photo shoots and or videos?
Yeah, so the photo shoot on Suicide Girls is different than 99.9% of photo shoots out there, because they're designed to showcase how the girl feels most beautiful about herself, as opposed to how the photographer frames out the world. Mm-hmm. So the model is very much in charge of how she's presented, what she's trying to convey in the photo shoot, like if she's cosplaying or if she's baking or whatever it is that she's doing, like however she feels most confident is how she's presented.
Oh, excellent. And I actually have a question from one of our viewers, and one of my favorite bartenders here in New York City, Megan Williams from 7B in the East Village. She makes the best Long Island iced teas. She wants to know, so for girls who have darker complexions and are interested in becoming a suicide girl, is there a certain style of photography which makes it possible to achieve like a maximum image quality to highlight their tattoo art?
It's all about like exposure and lighting and such. I feel like natural light is best, but I feel like it's really finding the right photographer that shoots girls with tattoos. We have an amazing photographer in New York named Brooklyn, who's been shooting for years, and she's awesome. And she's awesome. So she should find the person that she's comfortable shooting with.
No, awesome. And so Brooklyn lives here in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. nice. I actually will have to look that person up. I love meeting other photographers here in New York City, so I'll be like, yeah, I had an interview with Missy Suicide.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a combination of exposure and lighting, and I feel like the natural lighting is probably the best for most photographers. But if you're like, I mean, you can do it really well with studio lighting, but you just have to be super, super precise.
Yeah. So, I mean, would you say, like, for those kind of shoots, like, for women with darker complexions, would it be better, like, done outdoors or, somewhere like indoors with natural lighting? Definitely not studio.
Yeah, I think indoors with natural light, and you can put, like, product on your skin to, like, make it glow a little bit,
Yeah, that's an interesting, because I had no idea, how that, like, how that would, how that process would go. So that's interesting. That there is, like, product that will actually bring out the colors of the tattoos on a darker complexion.
Yeah, I mean, even just like cocoa butter or whatever, just like something that is gonna make it. All of the pro wrestlers use Pam, like spray. Yeah,
I had no idea. Awesome. Well, I guess I'm getting to my final question for our interview. A lot of people on March 31st, and the show has garnered a lot of attention for its combination of pop culture and burlesque dancing. So what can New Yorkers expect from this year's show? And most importantly, as Bloodlines is a heavy metal kind of news media website, has there or will there be a heavy metal themed Blackheart?
Couple heavy metal themed. There was a Back in Black number that we did a long time ago. There's I don't know if there's any specific heavy metal themed songs this time, but like we have a new Rick and Morty number that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot. For sure. I know a lot of our viewers would be happy to see that. I know I am, for sure.
So we even if there's not, we cater to.
Oh, awesome. And so besides Rick and Morty, is there anything else that we can expect? Like any like numbers or music? Maybe, like, without giving too much away, I guess.
There's March 31st. There is one of the girls that should be on.
And so
yeah. Who loops in one number, and we've got some surprises up our sleeve this time.
Awesome. So I definitely, because I know I've seen a lot of the Facebook invites going on. I see a lot of people that I know personally. I'm just like, oh wow, you're going. So this is awesome. So definitely, before the show goes on, I can't wait for to get that out. And it was like, okay, contortionists are cool. Definitely want to go there. But Missy, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on another year of the Blackheart Burlesque show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely hope to see you here in New York City, one day soon. So, and we'll be following you, keep us updated and stuff like that.
All right, thanks. Talk to you later.
Thanks, Missy. Take care.